Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're taking a look at the Frame Arms Girl Baselard, or however you choose to pronounce that particularly awkward name. Anyway, this is the Frame Arms Girl kit that has been out for a while. I think, well, when this came out? This one has been out for a long while, and it's one of the most popular ones, but quite recently the ZakuAurelius came out, which is a new version of this, and I want to review that because it's new, but I figure I need to review this one first because this is the original kit that it's based off of, so that'll give me a good kind of frame of reference. Then for the new one I can sort of compare that to the original kit here, the original Baselard. So let's review this one first, and then I'll review the ZakuAurelius for you guys very soon. As we get into it then, of course, as always, a huge thank you to SA Gundam Store for making this possible, as well as the ZakuAurelius, and just for all of their support in general, guys. Just show some love to SA Gundam Store. The link to their site is down below. They've got Kotobukiya stuff like this, and Bandai, Gunpla, and all sorts of different stuff there, and you can save 10% off everything using that coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10. That is in the description. So typical Frame Arms Girl styling here on the front, nice illustration of the Frame Arms Girl, some text here on the side, and this little bit here, I like this little bit that they do just like with the color app, so it's giving you kind of like the main colors of the actual design there. White, this light blue, and a little bit of yellow there for kind of the main colors. There are a little bit more, a few other different colors in there, but pretty cool design for this. I actually have finally a design or an idea of how I actually want to paint one of these. So as of yet, I've yet to paint any Frame Arms Girl kits or Megami Device kits or anything like that, but for this one I do have a very particular idea in mind, so I'll talk more about that later on. Of course, for now we'll just focus on the review. And so here on the bottom of the box and on the top, just kind of got the same thing there, which is a close-up of her face. On the side here you can see just how she's gonna look there with all that stuff. So it's got kind of like extra arms there on the back, and it's got a few different set of guns there, so it's got all these thrusters looking very cool, really cool design. And then just kind of without all the extra stuff, without all the extra armor and everything, just the simple form there, the gimmick of I guess just being able to sit down and fold the bunny ears back, so you have like two different options for the positioning of those. Customize, of course, you can use this with your stylet, or you can use other frame arms parts, and you can just customize these to no end with different frame arms kits and MSG option parts. And then here's how it's going to look just straight out of the box. So, you know, fully painted version over here, and then the straight out of the box version, not going to be looking all that different. So just do a little bit of panel lining, a little bit of top coat on this one, and it's going to be looking pretty good straight out of the box. On the other side, here's a look at the face options we have for this. We actually have 4. Usually it's just 3, so it's cool. We have 4 with this one, just a kind of standard straight-on face, and then a little bit looking off to the side, and then a sort of angry mouth open face, and then an angry mouth open face looking off to the other side. So there's some options there. For the waterside decals, basically it's just a set of eyes in blue and then also in red. So if you wanted to change those up to red eyes, you have the waterside decals to do that. And then a couple other different little logos there, basically nothing really too much. And the list price for this one is 6,300 yen, so it's a little bit more expensive, but with all of its weaponry kind of stuff on it, you can kind of see where that price is going to be coming into play. So we've got a bunch of runners in here, of course, white and dark color parts. There's the blonde parts for the hair. I just want to skip down through all of that. We'll come back to the runners in a moment. Let's just take a look at the manual first here, shall we? So on the front of the manual, basically just the same thing as with the box art. On the back of the manual, just the Frame Arms Girl logo there with this nice blue gradient on that. Very visually pleasing, I always like that. Opening it up to the front page, we've got a lot of nice reference images here for some different posing options. Not as many as with other kits, basically you just have like a couple poses there, and then just standing, and then you can see the Frame Arms kit that this is based off of there, of course, which is a variation of the Cutlass, and I have reviewed the Frame Arms Cutlass before, so if you wanted to, or if you're interested in this particular Frame Arms kit, I've reviewed the Cutlass. It's very similar to the Baselard, basically, so you can check that out if you're interested. Over here we do have our color guide there as well. It'll point out to you which colors to use if you want to match the colors directly there. Then we've got our parts list, and it looks like we're going to be using pretty much everything except for a couple little parts here and there. And then it just goes all through the construction. So you build like the head, the body, the arms and legs, and then finish up all the just main body first. And then you'll take everything apart again and then add all the extra armor and stuff onto that. So once you build up all the armor and the backpack and weapons and all of that, that's all done, and then you've got, just shows you how to utilize some of the weapons, and then at the back here, some different customizing option ideas it'll give you here, so you can use this with the customize set. I think that's with the weapons parts set 2. So this would be the weapons parts for the Frame Arms Baselard. Of course, you can use them with the Frame Arms Girl here as well. So I actually do have that set, and I'm thinking of using those for my idea, which I said I'll talk to you guys more about later. So we'll see. I haven't quite decided about that, but of course you can also stylize this using the kind of the backpack part of this here to mix the stylet with the Frame Arms stylet, or with the Go-Rai with the Frame Arms Go-Rai, or just mixing it up even more so. So the backpack for this is especially useful if you want to add some extra arms, some extra robot arms onto your Frame Arms Girl, like so. But alright, let's get into all the runners. Alright, so once again, here is those water slides, some nice eyes, and some cool logos there. The kind of tiger face, bear face, and rabbit there, as well as just a couple little Frame Arms Girl logos and a couple little warning signs. That's pretty much it. And then here are those faces, looking left, looking straight, angry looking straight, and angry looking right, or left and right. Anyway, you guys get the idea. We do also have a blank face option, so you can stick on the waterslide decals onto there, and then a couple of pre-painted parts, it looks like. These are maybe parts for the torso with a little bit of white painted on there, so you've got skin tone parts with a little bit of white painted on the side, and a little bit of white painted on the side of that one. And then here is our G runner, which is just this tiny little clear green runner with this one little tiny clear green part. We also got some polycaps here, PCA for some polycaps in gray, and this PC runner here in flesh tone for the actual Frame Arms Girl herself. We've also got the standard base part here, so this would be the main plate of the base, and the arm and other parts are on a different runner, but this is just in this kind of warm gray color. You've got our hand options here: closed fists, open resting hands, open expressive hands, holding hands, trigger finger hands, and over here another set of holding hands. Those are a little bit different, I guess. And then this little part in here is her little bunny tail piece. And just because they're tiny little runners in this separate little bag here, here's the runner W in white for what looks to be just wrist joint parts, and then a PCB for a couple more polycaps there in gray. Alright, now getting into the main runners. So here is runner A, all in white, and it does say Frame Arms Girl Baselard there at the top. You can see all of that looking good. Runner B would be basically a lot of parts for the legs, it seems like. The legs that are kind of in this kind of like black leggings sort of looking things. So it's just kind of a grayish color here, slightly brownish gray. So it sort of looks like it's supposed to be like skin tone with black leggings over it. So that's kind of how it's meant to look there, I guess, with the color of this. Runner C in this light yellow color here for all the parts for the hair. Runner D for a few more skin tone parts for this, basically for the neck and the shoulders essentially. Runner E is a few parts here in that light yellowish orangish color. It's a really nice color. It's like a very light yellow orange. It looks good. Runner F is in this light baby blue color, also looking really nice. Runner H, a few more skin tone parts here, basically for hip joint, a torso joint or neck joint part there, I believe, and then shoulder joint parts. Runner I is some weapons parts here in this light lavender color. Some nice detail on there. We've got two of these. Runner J is some more parts in white, and seems to be just the majority of the armor for the legs here for this. We've got two of this J runner. And then a few more white parts here on the K runner as well, I believe. And then these are probably going to be parts that are going on the backpack parts itself. Same thing here with runner L in this light warm gray color here. It looks like basically just all parts for some weapons parts, the detail parts, parts for the backpack. Runner M, some more thruster bells and accent parts here, weapons parts and all that in that light yellow orange color. We've got two of this M runner. Runner N is in a little bit different color gray. This is a little bit darker and not as warm in tone, but this is just some more mechanical parts there. But then runner O is back to the lighter, warmer shade of gray here for, again, just more mechanical parts. We've got two of this O runner. And then lastly, runner P is back to the same color that we saw on the B runner, parts for the legs and things like that. And that looks to be about what we've got here for these parts there as well. We got two of this P runner. Alright, so as you guys can see, there's a lot of stuff in the box here for the Baselard, and the Zelfikar has even more stuff, because it's basically all of this, plus it has a bunch more stuff in that as well, so it's like a really huge box. We'll see that one, like I said, soon, but I wanted to review just the original kit here first for you guys. So if you have any other further questions or comments, of course, feel free to leave those down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm pretty excited to get this one built up and actually get it painted up as well, so that'll be coming in the near future. But the review first, and I'll see you guys there. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye, guys.